Hello everyone, this is Surya and welcome to Be a Geek. In today's video, we are going to solve a problem from HackerRank pattern syntax checker. So basically in this problem, we have to check the syntax of a pattern, or what I can say, we have to check the syntax of a regex. Okay, so let's go to our first question. What is regex? So using regex, we can easily match or search for a pattern in a text. So this is a regex. So now in this question, we have to check whether the pattern, the regex which we have, is valid or not. So basically we have a note here. In this problem, a regex is only valid if you can compile it using the pattern.compile method. So pattern is a class which is provided by the regex package, and we can compile a regex, and after compiling this will give a pattern, and on pattern we can apply different methods to find out the characters, to search or to split our string, and we can create matcher groups. So basically the pattern class is a very wide class, and it is widely used in the production and in the development. Okay, and in industry code you will see different use cases of these classes. So regex and pattern is the very most important topic from the perspective of industries. Now let's talk about the input format. So the first line of the input contain an integer n denoting the number of test cases. The next n line contain a string of any printable character representing the pattern of a regex. Okay, so as you can see over there, first we have number of test cases, and then after that we have regex. Now for each test case, print valid if the syntax of the given pattern is correct, otherwise print invalid. Do not print the codes. Okay, so we have to print valid or invalid in case of our pattern is valid, or if it is not valid, then we have to print invalid. So this is our basic pattern. We have to use pattern.compile method for that. Let's copy this code to understand it more clearly. Okay, so this is the code from last video, so I can directly paste it over there. So here we have integer as test cases, we have while loop, and then after that we have pattern as string. So we have to check this pattern is correct or not, and on basis of that I have to print valid or invalid. So I have to compile the pattern, and for that I have to use a pattern class. So I have a method pattern.compile, and inside compile method I can provide a regex. Okay, so pattern is my regex and I am providing inside compiler method. So let's see the implementation or the documentation of compile method. So compile the given regular expression into a pattern. Okay, and the parameter is regex, the expression to be compiled, and the return type, the given regular expression compiled into a pattern, and that will throw an exception, pattern syntax exception, if the expression syntax is invalid. So if you see the problem, we have to print invalid or valid on the basis of that if the pattern is correct or not, and this exception is thrown if my syntax of the pattern is invalid. Now I have to catch that exception, and then if I have an exception, then I will print invalid. If there is no exception, then I will print valid. So I have to write this line inside a try block. So I will write a try block over there, and I will put this line inside my try block, and if this executed correctly, then I will print valid. If this line throw an exception, then I have to catch that exception. So I will catch that exception inside E. Okay, or what I can do, I can use this exception. Okay, let's remove this exception and directly catch pattern syntax exception, because if I write exception in place of this, then every exception which I can get from there, that catch inside this, and I will get invalid. But I want invalid in only case if I am not able to compile my pattern. So my compile method throw an exception, pattern syntax exception, so that I am only catching this exception and I am printing invalid over there. So if this line throw an exception, then I am printing invalid. So this is my final code, but I have to terminate this loop also, so I can directly -1 from my test cases. Why I am doing this? Because let's say I have input as 3, so this loop should work 3 times. Now after each input I will subtract -1 from my test cases, and after some time, after 3 input, my test cases become 0, and in that case I will terminate my loop. So I can directly copy this code. So this is my final code, and I can paste it over there and in my code. So I think test cases are working properly, and I can directly submit this code. Okay, so all test cases are working properly. Now if you want to copy this code, there is a link in the description box. From there you can directly visit our website, and from there you can directly copy my code and paste it into your code editor, okay, and submit your code. Now if you understand how these things are working, then give it a like button, subscribe to my channel. In the next video we will learn more about strings. Till then, if you have any question, you can directly reach out to me on my Instagram, or you can directly comment on this video. Let's meet into the next video. Till then, thank you, take care, and bye bye.